What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? How you doing? And you got Gogo Bobo's sister in the house, and has got a freaking wrench. Uh, that is what I call above and beyond. First in the chat, got a wrench, uh, has earned it of being above and beyond. Well, Gogo Bobo's sister, I hope everything has been well, uh, in everything that's been going on, and with you, mainly with you, outside of you too. I hope everything is well. God bless. I hope everything is going good with you and the family. Um, I hope everybody has had a really good weekend. A really good weekend. Um, Coming in slowly. La maldita, beware, beware. Uh, I'll be going and doing lives more often because I've been having fun. Hey, that's my granddaughter. Listen, I am not going to stop a show because family. If hey, baby, come here. She'll come in. And if it bothers you, then you're in the wrong show. I can't stop it because grandchildren are grandchildren, and I can't stop them. And of course, oh yeah, push the door, baby, push the door. Empuja la puerta. There you go, baby. How you doing? You want the dogs out? Okay. Mami, los perros están sueltos. Okay, that's okay. So I wanted to come in a little bit. People are going to be like, oh, why is he doing a live show and he's got the grandchildren? Listen, let me tell you something, man. Life is life, and that's just the way it is. I'm not here to be a professional. I'm not here to get, super chat. I'm not here to get everybody to come love me. It is what it is. I'm heading to go for a walk, and I have beware of dogs around. You need to beware of the friggin' roosters, the dogs, the cats, and the people. I like that groomer of the lambs. And you know what's sad, Gogo Bobo sister? That's something I'm going to touch on. Not just the stanks, all of the stanks. I call them the stanks. A lot of these guys, they are in trouble. They are in trouble, and they're not talking shit about their own shit. See, this is why. Listen, I can guarantee you that if you had 1,000 people coming after me, they would all know the same fucking thing about me. Because there's nothing I'm fucking hiding. I'm consistently fucking transparent all the way through. What's up, baby? Oh, you see Abuela? Oh, the food. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. I guarantee you the reason Stank and many of these people are not around anymore is because they're hiding from something. Do you think if they weren't hiding, they would not be friggin' out there? Oh, come on, man. Give me a goddamn fucking break. But you know what? It's the people like the Stanks that like the attention. Come on, guys. Let's go outside. All right. It's the people like the Stanks, and all of them like him, male or female. They would not be quiet if they didn't have a reason. Perdón? Come on, guys. You want to go outside? Come on. Let's go outside. Come on, Chia. Ella también. Hold on, guys. Go with Abuela. Okay. She wants to go outside here. My granddaughter wants to go outside with my mother. And that's the thing. That's the thing that gets me. Is that a lot of these people, listen, be care of all these prophets. You notice, and I said this from the beginning, listen, I am a small channel. I am nothing you can really attack. You can attack me if you want. If that makes you fucking feel good, it's not going to hurt my fucking feelings. It's not going to bother me. Real men confront each other. And after I realized none of these people were going to confront me, it was a different ball game. And now I get under people's skin and enjoy myself. If I feel like it, if I don't, it's fine. One of the biggest things that got me is the way a lot of these people feed the fire, and then they all want to be the saviors. They're all like, oh, I can't believe that, half of you people that are on these channels are supporting them. And then half of you guys that were supporting them are coming over saying, oh, I can't believe what happened. This is why I say, be careful of all these. Oh, guys, the best part about living, let me tell you something. The best part about living in the Philippines is having a good time, having a lot of fun, okay? Good time, having a lot of fun, relaxing. Depending on how you relax is different from everybody, okay? That is the godforsaken truth. Now, what are the bonuses to the Philippines? Enjoying yourself, drinking, running around. Stop. I can't stand. I'm gonna be honest. I can't stand half of these fucking people that work 40 fucking years to go get a piece of pussy in the Philippines and then be like, "Oh my god, I am so fucking happy. I'm gonna build a fucking $80,000 fucking home," and all of a sudden. she already was fucking happy. You bought her land, you bought her a fucking house. That is retirement for you? What is it that you must have gone through? Think about it. What is it you must have gone through to justify why you went to the Philippines and spent all that money on pussy? Think about it. Right? And I'm being honest. This is a conversation a lot of people don't have. I was talking to a Filipina the other day, and she goes, Nico, you know why Filipinas don't post pictures of foreigners and post pictures of women and like you and her, not me specifically. And you know what? Let me throw myself in there. I'm not fucking immune. It hasn't happened to me yet, as far as I know. And she was like, you know why Filipinos don't post pictures of foreigners together and what they do? Because they have boyfriends or they have husbands or they have girlfriends. If they were so proud of everything they do, why isn't your fucking picture posted all over their fucking Facebook? Why isn't your fucking picture posted all over their Instagram or their fucking TikTok or their YouTube channel if they have one? Because they're hiding shit, and again, I'm not here to fucking preach to you. It's just, I can't, it blows my fucking mind how some of these guys go over there and then they try to preach to you, don't have a fucking leg to stand on, can't even afford to fucking live there, and they're going to try to educate you. Then they get a little wealth from either a dying partner or a dying family member. They get a little money from fucking somebody in their family dying, and then they want to turn around and try to preach to you why I live here. Tarzan, how you doing? I live here. Yeah, I bought a house here, and I can make it here. No, man, listen, you got that money. You didn't make it. You got that money on the death of somebody else's freaking, sweat. And then all of a sudden they want to preach to you about girlfriends and boyfriends or girlfriends and boyfriends and housing and how much does it. Listen, go to these places, relax and have a good time. Go to these countries. Enjoy them. Now, listen, I am not going to exclude myself. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I haven't had fun. But Jesus fucking Christ, man, I might talk shit on YouTube and stuff like that, but in real life, I respect the culture, man. I have fun and relax, and I have a good time. Do I go out there and get laid? Of course I do. Do I disrespect the culture? No, I don't. Do I talk like I do? Of course. No, well, Nico, you have to listen. Don't tell me what I need to fucking do to reflect what I have as an image so you can like me. I'm not here for fucking anybody to like me. Let me tell you something. The Philippines has a lot of beautiful things. It's not just about the pussy, the alcohol, and fucking nothing else. There's so much if that's what you want, it's there. But it's not just about there. And you know what? There's a lot more beautiful places in the Philippines. I moved from Bakersfield to 40 miles east of Fargo, North Dakota. Good evening, Tim. How are you? And Tarzan, North Dakota. I have never been to either North or South Dakota. I hear it's very beautiful because when I was in the military, I've served with a lot of people from in and around that area. And I have also served with people from the Great Lakes, in and around the Great Lakes, not on the Great Lakes, but in and around. So I have learned, trust me, what I've learned is probably minute to the people that live there. But I will tell you, it is beautiful in North and South Dakota. And, one of the biggest things that I'm really tired of people talking about, you guys should talk about whatever the hell you want. I learned from this Filipina, and I never really thought about it. She always asked me, Nico, why is it you don't have these pictures of these women? I said, well, they asked me not to put their pictures because they're very private. And she goes, you know why they're private, right? And I said, no. She goes, because they either got boyfriend, girlfriend and boyfriend, or just a girlfriend, or they're married. And I turned around and I said, no way. She goes, Nico, if they were so proud, and I'm being serious. I said this in the beginning of the show. If they're so proud of you, why ain't they talking about you? Why ain't they saying, this is my friend? Let me tell you something. Most of these women that I talk to are really friends. You got to understand that YouTube is YouTube. Now, should we be consistent all the way across. It depends how what you're doing. YouTube tends to be a little toxic, and of course, people tend to be a little bit different. And you want to you should not. Let me be fair. Should I portray myself as Nico's experience on YouTube as I do in real life? No, because it's social media. I am having fun in social media. I try to stay as respectful as I can. I'm not perfect, but I think I do pretty well. I mean, yeah, I say there, I sit here and I'd say I'm gonna bang married women and their daughters. Yeah, most of us are doing that now. When you go to the Philippines, you think half of these women are telling you they're married, or the woman you were talking to is her mother? Like, think about it. But do you feel the need to have to explain yourself for everything that you do? It's just freaking social media, man. But when people meet me, what do they say? Hey, you're very, I thought you were going to be way different than what I'm pretty consistent who I am now. And I'm a little different, of course, but am I right? This isn't about right or wrong, man. This is about what I do. And you could be the judge of what's right or wrong. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. But the thing is, a lot of these people that go to the Philippines, they're preaching to you about shit that check this out. And then when you see them, trust me, they don't. Be careful what you're freaking following, man. Let me see. Yes, it's true. Alter egos, that's me. Hello, Nico. John S. is in the house. How you doing? Well, I got to tell you, Tarzan, I would be in that category, but if you met me, not just you, but everybody that's met me has had a different opinion. And to be having a true opinion, I am not perfect by any means. Believe me, I'm not. But one thing that I am not is fake. I joke around on YouTube, and a lot of these guys, they're not you guys here in the chat, but a lot of you guys follow these people in social media, and you think they're fucking better than fucking, so they're better invention than the wheel and the sliced bread. And they are toxic as shit. Now, listen, you do what you want. This is nothing new. I'm not telling you nothing new. You got to be careful. I just saw a show. Okay? And this show that I saw it on, what's today? I saw it Friday. I'm not going to tell you the name of the show because that's just not who I am. It really isn't. And I saw so many people on that show that I haven't heard from in 3 years, but yet they're still in the background, running around, talking, saying hello to everybody. And they'll be the first ones to tell you in a message or in a messenger or in a WhatsApp, yo, it's been a long time. How you doing? Let me tell you something. If I ain't heard from you from over a year, I care less to fucking hear from you. And please don't tell me, well, you haven't reached out to me. Bruh, the last time we talked was I messaged you, and it's been almost a year. So let's be clear, Let me see. Gio is a special man. I'm gonna tell you, I am nothing but honest. Okay, I don't know much about Gio, and let me ask you a question, Go Bobo sister. To be fair. Are we talking about Gio in the Philippines? Is that the same one that's there that does the videos? I'll wait till you answer because I will answer. If there's a question that is fair on the chat, I'll answer it. Juarez, how you doing? Yes, Gio is a fucking joke. I will tell you why he's a fucking joke. He's very he can tell you a lot of good things. But he's one of the biggest pigs in the Philippines. This is what I'm talking about. When you kiss and tell and you're trying to educate people about how you pulled an 18-year-old or how you pulled a 19-year-old, I'm gonna tell you, I think he's one of the worst, if not. There's many that are in the running. If you took him on the serious part, he can be very educational, but you can't take away how disgusting that fucking guy is. Oh, how after 7 years I left the Philippines. Why don't we just say the truth? Why don't you say Gio left the Philippines because he drained it of what he could have drained it from, and now he wants to start somewhere else and drain that fucking pond as well. Because a lot of these guys, that's what they do. I got nothing against Ricky. Ricky made a video and said, hey, listen, look at all these fucking guys. Ricky is in no fucking better shoes. Okay? I am not being, I'm being truthful all the way across. Don't fucking throw fucking dirt at people when you know fucking better. When you're draining the fucking pond, I am not telling you I'm fucking better. I might go after fucking 25, 28-year-old fucking women, but I don't disrespect them. I don't throw them on fucking YouTube like they're a slab of fucking meat and try to make money off of it so I can fucking sit there and play like I'm the biggest king fucking shit. That's what you want to do. That's fine. But that's fucking depleting the fucking pond. And then you're going to talk about everybody else. Now, of course, everybody's going to say, did you hear what Nico said about you, Ricky? If there's something that I have said about Ricky or Gio that wasn't true, then please educate me and tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me. You know? Tell me. And you know what? Tarzan and Father Wolf, I'm going to be honest with you. You guys know more about what's going on than you guys play out to be. All right? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not trying to throw shade on you guys, but a lot of you guys, the same people that say I don't know nothing, are the same people that know everything. All right? So please, that is your opinion. My opinion is I think all of you guys are full of shit. I think all of you guys are on the same fucking wagon. You all follow different things. You all hear things. You don't know how true it is, but you all know it's there. And please don't take this as an insult, but I don't believe it at all. You know, anybody, whether it's Father Wolf, Tarzan, Gogo Bobo's sister, I'm being totally honest. You know what I mean? You all know something. You know, if you know about it, you can't say, well, I don't know nothing. I stay out of it. Yeah, I stay out of it, but I know plenty of it because people feed me. People feed me the emails. If you're in the genre, you know what I mean? Then you know it. You know what I mean? Now, I'd rather people say, and again, this is not a jab at anybody. It's just I'm being honest, man. I'm not. And again, you guys are welcome. Tarzan, listen, I'm not. And Father Wolf, you're all welcome to say, well, you know, you have a right to your opinion. You're wrong, and that's fine. But anybody that's in the genre that is hearing and has watched people's shows, they know what's going on. They don't know the depth of it, but to say that, you know, I don't really know anything about it, but yeah, you know, I stay out of it. I'd rather you say I stay out of it and I don't really care what they tell me. That's the godforsaken truth. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I don't need to talk. I just keep it to on my own console. No need to. Yeah, but see, that's you. That's you, but you're still embedded in it. Yeah, chica, you know, chica to me means, you know, you're bula, you're out there talking. Why shouldn't I talk about it? I'm not saying it. And again, this is just the way I talk. Please don't think that I'm saying anything disrespectful. That's just the way I talk. And I respect the fact that Father Wolf keeps it to himself. But you know about it. You see what I'm saying? So it contradicts what people say. Not just you, anybody. You know, yeah, I know about it, but I keep doing chica. Yeah, you don't talk about it. But, you know, sometimes people should. Because this is exactly why it's gotten too toxic, too toxic. Because a lot of people don't talk about it. They're afraid either what they're going to get is the backlash, or they're afraid they'd rather not deal with it. But knowing it and just sitting on it, but then at the end, and again, this isn't no jab at nobody in here, but knowing about it and then don't say nothing about it, but then at the end, do you want to preach to people and tell people how they should, you shouldn't do this and shouldn't do that, but you've been sleeping on the fact that you could have at least voiced your opinion. There's less people voicing an honest opinion, and there's more people toxifying the pool. You know what I mean? I've never done a live. I stopped watching after I realized whoever. And Tarzan, I'm going to tell you, that is one thing that I'm glad you said. That is what I don't like. You know what I mean? That I wish people would not stop watching, and like me, okay. And you know, I like what Father Wolf says. You have the right to your own opinion, Nico. You're Nico, and I respect that. You see what I'm saying? We can have a mutual conversation, and I won't stop watching YouTube. And I'm not saying that Tarzan, you should or you shouldn't have. I don't stop. If somebody sends me a message, I take it in. One thing that I never, ever, ever do is, and that's me, is take anything personal. Nothing. If Tarzan or Gogo Bobo's sister, Father Wolf, or Tim would ever send me a message, not that they would, but if they did, Say, yo, did you hear this shit? I'd be like, oh, I thank you for telling me. Even if it was about me, I would never ever take it personal. But I won't say Father Wolf or anybody or Tim or Go Bobo Sister said something to me. I would continue and say, you know, I'm just gonna distance myself. But what happens is there's so much toxicity that everybody's not, they don't want to say nothing because they feel if they say something that somebody is going to say, well, we're going to attack Nico. Well, let me tell you something. It is 2025. If you haven't done any attacking and you feel like you should be attacking anybody, yo, feel free and attack me. I have nothing but fucking plenty of space that you can attack me all day long. But please attack me on things that are very legit, on things that I might have said that was not wrong. You know what I mean? That should have been right. Excuse me. That should have been that I didn't say that was right, that I said wrong. You know? First time I said to Ricky, you're never too old to play house. He never spoke to me after that online. You know, Tarzan, it's that's the thing. It's the sensitivity. Now, am I probably going to get attacked from this? You know, I'm pretty sure that Father Wolf has given me a lot of advice, and I take it like, you know, I take it, and if I take it, I take it, and if I don't, I don't. Tim's giving me advice. I'll go Bobo's sister, Popeye. The thing with me, Tarzan, is I will be held accountable for things that I say, and if I said something that was not right, correct me. But most of the time, the people like that say things that get attacked are gonna get attacked for things that are on the money. They are on the money. You know, a lot of the people that have toxified the genre have been nothing but not a victim. They have been the result of the toxification. And then when you call them out, perfect example of what you just said. If you say something, everybody gets offended. Why? Because it didn't play. It didn't play in the you know, in the root in the role of everything. You know, I said that's why I said beware of false prophets. You got so many people talking about this is what you should do. So what does the future hold? I think Juarez. I think what happens is you got to follow what you like. Like I'll give you an example, Juarez, because you've been around a while. You got to follow what toxicity that you like. And then the people that you really do like outside the toxicity, you should encourage, but be consistent with your like how you follow people. Like I follow people that I don't even know because the ones that I do know are so toxic and I don't follow them because I don't want to be involved in the toxicity. Now, people do send me emails and they send me text messages and say, yo, this dude is trashing you, Nico. That's fine. I let them talk all they want. You know, because they got no leg to stand on. They are in no better shoes. But whereas the future is going to be held on the part where you either be part of the toxicity and build on it, or say, you know, I don't mind the enjoyment of the toxicity, but I like to follow because there's so many channels that I follow that I really encourage, and you know, and I'm part of helping it grow if they want it to grow, you know. Then me to ever go on a channel and just be toxic. Now, did I have fun before? See, this is where I become a hypocrite, you know, because have I followed channels before that I have gone in there and fucked around and had a good time? Of course, man. But I didn't think it was going to be like this kind of freaking toxicity. I didn't think people were going to take it to fucking heart. You know what I mean? They were going to turn around and fucking and try to go after people and try to talk shit to people. You know, I have been honest to people. We can disagree with everything. Look at, I thought, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought Tarzan and Father Wolf were going to take it very personal. And I'm very, very, I give my hats out to them because they took it. And Father Wolf's like, hey, you have your opinion and you have a right to it because you're Nico. Am I right or wrong? Even if they told me that I'm right or wrong, I wouldn't be like, who the hell are you to tell me that I'm right or wrong? No, I would be like, thank you for that, man. Because I'll figure it out, you know. Some people are older than me. You know, and then they know, hey, Nico, right now you might feel that way. Well, maybe I'll feel like different in 10 years. But till then, I'm younger than them. So I really appreciate their feedback. So, you know, to really full force answer your question, Waters, you just got to follow what's good and encourage it. You know, I come in here, guys, and even if there was nobody watching and nobody came in, and again, Father Wolf, I hope you're having an awesome freaking time. I hope you are. And again, if I come in here and I do a little show and I say, be careful, be careful of the false prophet. I really mean that because I've seen in a like an incredible amount of people that are trying to preach to all these foreigners going over there. Guys, the Philippines is freaking beautiful. If you want to have fun, it's there. You want to eat a lot of food and drink a lot of beer and watch a lot of beautiful things, it's there. If you want to relax, it's there. If you want to retire, it's there. I just got to tell you, you got to be careful how you retire because a lot of these people are, they're going out there and they're spending all this money. I mean, a lot of fucking money. And I mean, like 80, 90, 150, $200,000 American. They've worked all their lives to build a home in a place. And then, and it's so big that you live in one room. I'm like, why would you? And sometimes people fall in love with the pussy, man. And I gotta be honest. Let me see. My question is: if you have no recourse in a matter about toxic gossip, why come off as a friend and tell someone crabby, with the exception of a threat or will harm you? Okay, I'm gonna answer this honestly. And Father Wolf, I this is just the way I answer things. I would hope and pray that you don't take it the wrong way. So I'm going to break it down. My question is, if you have no recourse in matter about toxic gossip, why come off as a friend? I don't come off as a friend to be either or. I will tell you either or. The toxicity is what's ruining the culture. If you allow it to ruin the culture and you're a real friend, then you're a fake friend because you're allowing the toxicity to continue. You can't fix it, but you should not talk about it because it doesn't bother you, because there's a lot about the cultures in many different genres that are really, really good. What kind of friend would I be if I didn't voice my opinion and tell you, dude, you're all a fucking toxic, man. Fix that shit. No, Father Wolf. I'm just saying, I'm answering as if you were asking me. I appreciate that. Like I said, this is a good conversation. And it says, with the exception of its threats, that's the thing. A lot of these people feed into the toxicity, trying to be that friend, saying, I am their friend, but they allow certain toxicity to go to certain sides, but they never call it out for the bullshit that it is. Now, as older, and I say this because nobody knows exactly how old I am, and nobody knows how Father Wolf the old. I would say, Father Wolf, the older you get, you start realizing, like right now, Father Wolf is on a beautiful trip over in, I think he's in Greece. I think Father Wolf is in Greece, and he's having a really good time over there. And what I mean by that is he's spending time with Father Wolf, and Father Wolf will talk to certain people, and he's very careful. And hi, baby. Hold on, guys. You okay? Se mojó otra vez. Oh my God. My granddaughter's eating French fries. She got wet outside in a little pool with my mother. And the thing is, that's another thing right there, Father Wolf. What Tarzan says, stress does kill a lot of these people. They are hidden stressors. This stuff really bothers people. Guys, listen, when I tell you that this truly doesn't bother me, you don't have to believe me, but those that know me, they know. But that is a perfect thing, Father Wolf, that you just said. Okay, there you go. I'm 62. My son is 10 years old, October 31st. Well, first and foremost, congratulations and God bless your son. I hope he has nothing but a beautiful long-lived life. I'm being serious. The thing is that Father Wolf, a lot of people, they're so fake. I may lose friends and I may not talk to friends, but no friend can ever come back and say, you know what, Nico's so full of shit. They can't, because the thing is, I may not agree, but I will always be a friend. I will always be honest. It has nothing to do. Will I come on YouTube and say things? Yeah, I think sometimes it's okay to be able to have a spot where you can talk to everybody in here. You all fine gentlemen in the chat, But me, I'm telling you, the reason a lot of these channels get away with what they do is because a lot of people allow it, and it's only convenient to them, and then they threaten you. This is why I said in the beginning, I think a little in the conversation in the live show, Father Wolf, I am not one to ever want to get in trouble. I really don't. But if I ever have anybody confront me in a physical way, I really, really feel bad what the outcome's going to be, because I am not a very good confrontational person. I will always say that 100%. I am the nicest person until you give me a reason and you make me twitch. I call it twitch, and it's not a good thing. But will I lose my freedom over something ignorant? Of course I won't. But if it gets physical, I have the full right, and none of it ever gets physical. I don't know anybody. A lot of people are more tougher with words than anything else. Let me read this. Take care, everyone. Time for me to go now. Tim, have a great day. God bless. I believe you just clown it off. And the toxic, that is one of the biggest things that I do. I really, really do. In the beginning, I did it in the wrong way, Father Wolf. I do it in the wrong way. I sometimes I had those, I call them the fake meltdowns. I'd be, hey, everybody, rah, rah, rah. And then I realized that what I was doing was actually really feeding into it. And I think the genres are beautiful, whether it's the Asian genre, the Latin genre, which is the South America. You got the the genres in the Middle East, and you got the ones in Asia, and you got the ones in Latin America, and then you got the ones in oh Jesus, what's the name? I can't think of that name, and I should know. There's in Mediterranean. There's a lot of beautiful genres. And I didn't know I was adding to the toxicity when I was out there. Sometimes I would talk to people offline, Father Wolf, and I would sit there and talk, and I would and immediately, hey, what do you guys think? You think I should have a meltdown? Yeah, Nico, you should go in there and start yelling and screaming. I said, all right, that's what I'll do. And that's what I did. And not knowing that what I was doing was wrong. Now, it depends on who it lands on. Some people think it was funny. Some people thought it was hilarious. Right? But a lot of people were like, yo, dude, that it's just not you, man. And I was like, okay, because it really isn't me. I listen, I'm going back to Asia, and I'm really gonna have a good time, and I hope you guys enjoy the videos. Guys, you don't have to follow me. You can just enjoy my videos. Let me know what you liked about them. You don't even have to be a subscriber. But one thing that I am going to do is build a portfolio of the places that I've been, and it's free. If you like them, then we can interact and have a great time. One of the reasons I'm on here is to let you all know, don't let anybody try to give you like advice on things when they're living not a good life. And it's definable. That is definable. If you see people that are always on everybody's chat and they're always coming in there saying, Father Wolf, you shouldn't do this. John S., you shouldn't do this. Tim, you shouldn't do that. And why are you guys being all then don't bother with them, man. Just do what you do and enjoy it. The people in this neighborhood are really nice. They like my humor. Laughter is good food. Let me tell you, Father Wolf, I am so glad that Greece has been working out for you, because laughter and the food is freaking awesome. I've been watching. I saw your picture with the food. Father Wolf, one of the biggest reasons that I go back to Philippines, and I'm going to be going to other places, and I'm not saying that because some people are watching and they're saying you never go to the other places. I do. I just don't show everything, is because it's beautiful. The people are really good, man. Let me tell you something. If you're really living the retirement life and you're really respecting the culture and the people, it is a lot of fun. It really, and there you go. That's where he's at right there, and it is beautiful, man. I love it. I pack a scooter with a suitcase and I strap it down and I put my little Bluetooth speaker and I travel. Everyone's like, yo, where are you at, man? I said, I don't know. I got to look at the GPS, but I know I'm going to have fun. And everywhere I go, Father Wolf, I sit there and do the karaoke. Man, I can't sing for shit, man. I don't know. I can't even hold a note. But I sit there and I pull over and I see karaoke machines in some of these places. Well, I see a bunch of Filipinos hanging outside, and they're playing like music outside. I'll pull in and say, hey, let me buy you all a bunch of 40. Let me get you all some Red Horse and have some fun. I got to be careful because I'm riding a scooter. It still doesn't deter me from being, being ignorant and driving under the influence. So I'll find a pension house near where I'm hanging out, and that's what I'll do. It is beautiful, man. I did that in freaking Colombia. I didn't show everything. I showed, when I'm at the old lady's house and had a good time. But one thing that I never bothered to do is listen to people's negative feedbacks, man. Let me see. I drove my wife around the U.S. to see the real USA. She only needs to see the 11 states to see all 50 states. Let me tell you, Tarzan, when you really enjoy the moments like that, when you're driving and you pull over, this is why I rent scooters, because you can't pull over on a bus, you can't pull over on a car unless you have your own. It's different. But when you have your own transportation and you pull over, you get to enjoy the things that a bus drives by. Yeah, if that works for you, that's good. But I like those moments, man. I like to pull over and look and just see things. If I see a little coffee house, I like to stop and have freaking coffee and maybe a couple of pieces of sweet bread and relax, man. Let me see. I can hold a note like a champion. Just make sure it's 1,000 pages. So, I can't hold a note. Let me tell you, I can sing low, sweet cherry. See, if it's low. But if I start getting into like, hey, they're going to get no, hell no, I've embarrassed myself. I see some of these Filipinos singing their songs, and I'm like, holy shit. You sure in the hell shouldn't be here in the province. You should be on America's Got Talent. But there's a lot about the Philippines a lot of people don't really show. They show you the Boracais, they show you the Palawans, they show you, the Barsies, they show you the Kawasan Falls. They show you tourist stuff. When I return in November, I'm going to be downloading so many places, and I already set up my phones to show the places where I'm at. I'm going to show you that anybody that can tell you that you cannot travel economically, they don't know what they're talking about. They really don't know what they're talking about. You can travel very economically. Plan ahead. Father Wolf, are you going to be there for the holidays, or this is going to be just a short trip? I got to ask. And me, I will be there past the holidays. I may have to come back for my granddaughter's birthday, but that's a choice. That's not even a choice. That's something that I'm going to do because my granddaughter, my kids, and my family always come first. I can always go back to any island, any country. I did it my way. People get killed singing. No, I leave next week. Well, let me tell you, Father Wolf, I am glad that you have had the ability to go out there. I hope you have gotten from it what you needed to get, and hopefully you return for a longer period of time. Or maybe you're like, no, you know what? I'm going to try something else. Me, I love it. It is always something new and different that I do when I go. But I will be trying the Vietnams, the Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia. I will be trying all that as well. Me, I can't sing that song. I can't sing. Like, you know what, Tarzan? No, because you know what? Then I'll get flagged. I was gonna play that song right now for you, but I'll get flagged. I get flagged. Tarzan. I deployed with a gentleman, uh, and his nickname was Tarzan, and his wife is from Guatemala. I know she's from either Guatemala or Ecuadorian, and he married her. I think like 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years because it's 2025. Yeah, 10 years ago, and he's so happy. He has a couple of kids, and back permanently between February to May. That is freaking awesome, bro. Settle in and travel around. That's awesome, bro. I will already be there. I will already be there. I'm pushing to stay a long period of time, but when you got grandchildren, still babies, it can go either way. I have pretty much settled down everything that I could. I'm actually working on the fence to throw it to the left a little bit. I'm doing 4 or 5 panels tomorrow. I'm heading down to Home Depot to fix the fence. AC's all set. Fence is going to be all set. Everything is the car. I have to send my car in to get a once over on Wednesday. I have 2 more doctor's appointments this week and 1 last week, and I'm done. I'm done. And they're just follow-ups to make sure everything's good. What do I need? Medication? Do I need 60, 90 days? That's it. I'm all done. I'm going to try to stay as long as I can over there. But again, it all depends. I may like Vietnam. I may like Thailand. I like Philippines. I enjoy it a lot. It's not like I can't go anywhere else. I can go other places, but I have friends there, you know. And Father Wolf, God bless and take care. Have an awesome freaking time. I don't know how long I've been on, so I got to be careful. Hold on. Oh, okay. I got 4 minutes left. I was going to do the 45-minute mark anyway. That's good. Blessings to you and God bless. And thank you always for the interactions. I love the interactions with you and many others. And guys, if you have nothing more to say, you can say bye to each other. I hope you have had a great weekend. Again, I'm getting ready. I'm getting all the stuff ready. After this, I'm going to go help my family with my granddaughter. Make sure she's set in her bed and got her little Disney Plus going. And that's it. And thank you all. And again, be careful, everybody. I mean, I said this in the beginning of the show, and I'll say this at the end. Be very careful of the people that you listen to. Trust me. It's so easy to fall into the genre that is very toxic because it seems like a lot of fun to people. It's not as much fun as you think it's going to be because it's always something that comes and bites you back in the ass. And again, thank you, Father Wolf. Thank you, Tarzan. Thank you, Go Bobo's sister. Thank you. Let me think. Maria. Thank you, Maldita. Thank you, John S. Tim, thank you for Tim Diziak. Thank you, Juarez. Thank you for coming in. And if I've forgotten anybody else, which I don't think I did, but if I've forgotten anybody else, and thank you, the lurkers in the back. Thank you. Your thoughts run your life. I agree. I really agree. I think what happens is you start listening to a lot of what people say, okay? And then you don't realize that a lot of it you're already living, and it's starting to embed in what you do. When you got to pick up, I'll give you an example. I see people picking up phones and they're in social media. And when they start picking up phones, right, they're picking up phones because they start talking about what people are saying, what they haven't said, what they should have said. When you start, I love what he says. John S., thank you for coming in. Thank you, because you're always there as much as you can. Even if you can't, you still watch and you still support from the background. And if there's anything that you like, listen, I may not always say the right things, okay? But I love what friggin' Tarzan says. Your thoughts, and I will add, could and would run your life if you're not careful. And that is exactly what happens in this genre. Not just this genre, all genre. Because you start letting people, you're listening to what they're saying and you're not living. And I hope nobody takes it out of context, which I'm pretty sure they will. I hope nobody you're all going to talk to each other and say, did you hear what Nico said? I'm just saying nobody should really say much about anybody. You're welcome to do so. But I would never say anything about anybody if I had no better leg to stand on. You know what I mean? And if I did, I will stand corrected and I will say, hey, I was wrong. But be careful. Don't listen to what everybody's got to say. Do what you got to do. Enjoy what you got to do. And again, I hope whoever watches this video, not that I have to say that, and I'm not afraid of no backlash or nothing. Feel free and hate on me and attack me if you want. But don't take it out of context, and don't try to be all aggressive and stuff because you didn't like what I said. Because I'm pretty sure anything that I have said has been pretty much on the point. And we don't have to agree. But, please attack me for something that wasn't true, and and I love what John says. I'm just going to be me, and God bless you. And I hope you all take it like a grain of salt and we can all agree to disagree. But Be careful who are those people that you're following and you're and feeding their toxicity, because it's not a good thing, man. Trust me. You're feeding it and you can't complain about it after because you were a part of it. God bless. Check you out tomorrow. I'll be going live tomorrow again. Take care.